Howdy, Jawad is here. In this video, I'm going to show you a tool for Revit Nanica Tab Pro and especially AI rendering bottom in here. This video is not a sponsored video. I'm going to just test it for the first time to see how it can help us, if it works or not, the money to get it. To get the Nanica Tab Pro, you can get it on the Autodesk App Store for 30 days for free. I will put the link in the description, and then you have to go in here and then set a bottom and then choose AI render. For this part, I'm going to use two use cases that I see for data for AI rendering. The first one is you have a project, you have modeled almost everything, but you don't have the time to do the lighting, do the materials, and do the variation and rotation for every rendering. And the second option that which I would use also is to have a concept of a model or project and then get some ideas from the AI by its imagination, its iterations too. For the first part, let's go to the interior part in here, and let's start with the interior part, and then we go and test two other exteriors too, and each one will have some bonus for you. Let's click on AI render in here, and the way that I think it works is just capture a snapshot from your camera, your Revit camera, and then it will bring it into its API, and then you can use it. In here, you have different options. You can save it, you can refresh the picture, and in here you can select which area you are rendering, the street view or external ones or interior design. For this one, it's the interior design, so I put it on interior design, and there is a template in here, but I just want to use myself. I just describe it. It is a loft unit, and I want it in industrial design and use concrete, for example. Really simple. Let's start really simple, and let's see how we can add a few things. And then we have these sliders which are really important for our work. The width and height is the size of the picture that you want to get, but I suggest that you just leave them as they are, or you can change them. It's better to do it with the Revit camera itself. And in here you can select the number of images it can create. It's not that much, to be honest. I would really like to have maybe 8 or 9 variation, especially for the second use case that I said. And then let's put it on 3, and in here we have two major sliders in here that are really affecting our render. The first one, geometry creativity, and the second one is material creativity. For the first one, geometry creativity, when it's in a higher number, it will change your geometry, and it's better for the second use case, as I said, and for getting some ideas from AI. But if you just want to use it for the first use case, which I said for rendering, it's better to leave it on a low number, maybe 30 would be fine. And for the material creativity, because we don't have any materials in here, I would like to put it on 60 or 70, and then we can adjust it. And in here, we have change furniture, change doors, change. If you have a few of these elements, you can use them too, but I haven't used them, and I don't think if they would be really helpful for me, but you can try them out. Let's try it with a little bit less material creativity. Let's test it again to see if it works. We have 3 different variations, and to be honest, it really looks promising, and without any effort in the material and lighting, it can really help me, especially in many situations, to just show this as a rendering in maybe a poster or in some learning materials, and you don't need to spend a day just to do the materials and lighting and render, or maybe a few hours. And let's change the geometry creativity to 100 to show you how it affects to this part. Okay, as you can see, it's completely different in comparison with the first part, because in here we didn't have any geometry creativity, and it kept my geometry itself, and it just assigned some material. But in here you can see it's almost completely opposite or different. Maybe that wouldn't be a good use case for this part. Maybe it would be good for the future, for the second use case that I will show you. And we are still in the first use case and use it as an exterior part and to see how it turns up in here. But before that, make sure to subscribe to this video and share it with your friends and colleagues. And if you want to get access to all of the learning materials, you can get all of them on our Patreon. The link is in the description. Now in here, let's put it on Street View. It's fine. And in here, I want to say it's a old building beside of streets and add people and cars into the streets and add some street props too. Okay, let's see how it works. And for the material, it's fine. And I want to keep it simple. Let's bring the geometry creativity again to a lower number because I don't want the renderer to change my geometry that much, because I want to use it as a renderer, not to get new ideas. Let's go and see how it turns out. Now you can see it did a good job in the rendering and texture part, but it seems it doesn't pay enough attention to the prompt, because in other platforms like Midjourney and DALL-E, when you change the description, it really changed the image. It didn't sit in here, but let's just sit in the higher material creativity this time, and let's go to the second use case. Now the material and some of the effects are completely different, but you can see it's a little bit not that realistic. So I would suggest to keep the sliders in maybe not a higher number, maybe 30 to 70 range would be great. But let's see and how we can use this one in a simpler geometry to get more ideas. As you can see, it's a simple mass in here. Okay, let's go and say this is exterior design, and let's say it is a unusual design and metal shell or facade with round windows. And in here the number of images 1 to 3. And then in here the geometry creativity, I want to put it on a higher number, maybe 86. Let's put the material creativity on a lower number maybe, but let's see if it's work. Yeah, as you see, even after again for 500 seconds it didn't work. I'm not going to try this one again, to be honest. For the second use cases, I think right now we are not that in a stage that we can use it. And if you want me to create more videos about AI in IEC, make sure to comment down below. See you in the next session.